Yo, these two shutdown announcements are probably the two most tragic shutdown announcements of the last year. I loved both of them so unbelievably thoroughly, and now they're gone. Both of them. Back in January 2026, I posted this tweet. Black Beacon is officially shut down after less than a year of service. This is one of the most hyped gacha game releases of 2025 from ex-Kudo developers. I had a great working relationship with the global publisher. They were very passionate. They were very good. They were genuinely nice people. So it's a shame to see what ultimately happened to the game. After it was announced that global would be shutting down, China confirmed that they were going to get version 1.3. This is a version of the game that global did not get. Global players naturally were very upset because not only had the developer already exhibited Chinese favoritism back when the game launched, and then back when the Chinese version launched with some discrepancy between rewards, but they were getting a version that we would never be able to play. This is just icing on the cake in terms of how poorly we were treated as global players. I, in my video, pointed out, and even in a tweet, pointed out that the Chinese version of the game would not last with how poorly received the game was, with how poorly it was mismanaged. It was only a matter of time before the game ceased operations. I said it wouldn't last through 2026, and now the Chinese version as well has confirmed that they are joining a graveyard of poorly managed gacha games. Black Beacon announcement, cessation of operations. Dear Foresight Seeker, the Starlight from the Library Dome, blah blah blah. Since the start of the public beta on April 28, 2025, we have strolled together with all of you who have foreseen this journey through the pages of the Babel Library. This precious time, woven from countless explorations, encounters, and stories, is the most beautiful gift we have ever received. All good things must come to an end, and every story must eventually conclude. Due to adjustments in the company's overall business strategy, we regret to announce that Black Beacon will officially cease operations on August 17, 2026. Now, I don't know if you guys remember, but back last year, they shut down the developer office and moved. There were apparently numerous people that were let go. So ultimately, the very small skeleton crew that were actively working on the game, probably from their computers at home, should have been an indicator of the game's future. But I digress. We deeply understand that every inch of light and shadow in the library carries everyone's expectations, love, and countless days and nights of companionship. We'll never forget that it is every click, every resonance, and every enthusiastic response from you who have foreseen this journey. Oh my God. All those stories coming to an end. The library will remain open until the game ceases operation completely on August 17, 2026, and those who foresee the future can still log into the game normally. They're giving away 300 time-seeking keys, 5 initial 5-star character selection packs, 5 eternal ambers, blah, blah, blah. I think the worst part of all of this is back in March, they had an update where they confirmed that they were no longer going to be actively working on the game in any capacity. They stated, Black Beacon will officially cease updates after March 4, 2026. The game servers will remain open though, and we're going to be rerunning batters pretty much indefinitely. The game will continue to host a rerun search event, each lasting approximately 30 days. So for anyone new that plays the game, for anyone that happened to miss a character in the past, you can spend more money. Back in March, they didn't confirm anything. They didn't elaborate on the future of the game because they knew they were going to shut down, but they were taking every cent they could get from players. Instead of stating, hey, we're not going to be updating the game anymore because we're not really in a financial situation where we can continue putting money into the game, and as a direct extension of that, the game will likely end up ceasing operations at some point in the near future. That way people know not to spend money, and that way you earn their goodwill. With this, players are like, oh my God, they scammed me, because that is what happened. They opened up reruns with the anticipation of shutting down, but not confirming it, unless it was confirmed here somewhere, and I just don't see it. They state the game servers will remain open and players can play all available content. So unless this says and confirms the game is going to be shutting down, then this is very, very disingenuous. But that is Black Beacon. It's very disappointing because this was probably one of my most hyped gacha games of 2025. Yo, I don't mean to interrupt the video, but I need to take a moment here to thank all my incredible patrons over on Patreon whose support continues to allow for me to do regular videos like this every single day on this channel. Thank y'all so much, including our YouTube channel members. You guys mean the world to me. So do you guys as viewers as well. Now, without further ado, let's continue. But that isn't the only gacha game that is announced that they're shutting down. Counterside, end of service announcement. Like, yo, Counterside was one of the very first gacha games that I'd ever covered as part of my worst gacha ever series back 4 years ago, bro. God damn. It got 70,000 views and drove 355 new subscribers. That is unbelievable. This was, as you can see up here, episode 4. This was a pillar, a foundational pillar of this channel. If it wasn't for Counterside, I don't think I'd be here today. I stated what a major disappointment. This is one of my very first gacha games I covered on my channel. I thoroughly enjoyed it. It's a true shame to see it go. RIP a legend. End of service announcement. This is Ryu, not even going to try to pronounce that, the CEO of Studio B-Side. It made its first appearance in February 2020. Over the past 6 years, we've laughed together and grown together with countless CEOs. Every moment, planning monthly development roadmaps, delivering updates every week. So this is your pretty generic, oh, hey, we're shutting down. Let me try and soften the impact here. We sincerely apologize for arriving at this decision without having been able to fully repay the love and support you have shown us. Counterside is scheduled to end service on August 26, 2026. Yo, they're both shutting down in August. That's wild. Alongside the end of service, Cafe Strega, which has strived to serve as an offline gathering space and a comfortable haven for the Counterside community, will also be bidding a bittersweet farewell. However, this is not the end of Counterside's story. Counterside is planning to return in the form of a reboot project, which is incredible news. Following a period of reorganization and renewal. This is what I want to see. A better version, maybe with even better gacha rates, with better overhauled HD textures, a full PC port. Hell yeah, dude. Through the reboot project, we intend to revisit the very foundations of Counterside and share the results for deep reflection on what Counterside as a hard-boiled urban fantasy should truly be. Good, bravo. While we are not yet in a position to confirm what form those efforts will ultimately take, we'll do our utmost to deliver an outcome that honors the path Counterside has walked and repays the love you, our CEOs, have given us. That is a fantastic, a phenomenal announcement. I think I might do a dedicated video going over that specifically, where I go over all of my thoughts along with my history in Counterside. But right now, I think this is a great direction to take. I hope they overhaul things and make it even bigger and even better. And then finally, I figure we might as well just mention this too. Girls Frontline Control, or Fire Control, announced that they are EOSing after just 6 months of service, to the surprise of well, however many people are playing it. But I mean, like, it really just, as is noted here, it didn't have anything unique to offer. So the devs of Girls Frontline and Girls Frontline 2 are actively working on 2 new games that are probably going to take this one's place. So, you know, in the short term, yeah, that kind of sucks, but in the long term, better stuff are coming. What an unfortunate week it has been for gacha games that had potential or were good. I am depressed now, and I am going to go probably into that corner back there and cry. I know you think that you just hit the end of the video, and technically, yeah, you have. And I know your first reaction is to close out of it at this juncture, but don't. No, instead, I urge you to take a moment here and click one of the videos on screen that are coming up in just a moment, so you remain up to date with everything going on in the gacha genre. Trust me, you are not going to regret doing so. Stay flaccid.